Welcome to the Even Better podcast, where your host, Sinikka Waugh of Your Clear Next Step, brings you exciting content about making communities better by helping people get even better at work.
Welcome to all of our listeners. We're so glad you're back. My name is Sinikka Waugh, and we are delighted to have you here for the Even Better podcast. This is part of our ongoing mission here at Your Clear Next Step to help us all have better workdays so that together we can co-create better communities. And I am delighted to welcome back our guest, Christine Samuel. Christine, thank you so much for coming back today.
Well, thank you for having me, Sinikka. I'm glad to be here with you.
This is such a joy, such a joy. A treat. It's like a burst of sunshine in the middle of my day. So I am so delighted. For those of you who are just tuning in, if you've not had a chance to hear from Christine before, you've got to go back and hear one of our prior podcast episodes. We've had Christine here before, and I am just so delighted to have her back. Because when we first met, Christine and I, the opening part of her bio tells us that she's part of user experience design. And so you stop and you go, user experience design. So what's she going to talk about? And then you spend time with her and discover that her understanding is about really transformative work, inspiring and empowering individuals to really understand who they are and how they connect and how they collaborate. And it's really about understanding this relational intelligence that she's going to talk to us about today. It's about connecting as humans and how we are so very much better together. So the first time you hear UX design, you stop and you think, oh, wait, tech geek. And then you talk to her and you're like, but tech geek who gets humans, and tech geek who understands how we connect as people in this really, really beautiful and exquisite way. So Christine, thank you for sharing this little bit about relational intelligence today.
You're welcome. And I love your openings. I guess for me, being in UX field for over 20 years make me realize the relational of it. So in user experience is about human, about relations. And I love that you bring a tech geek, even though I don't know how to code, but I love that because that's how I connect relational intelligence and technology. So now we know, there is a chat GPTs and the AI that help us to write, help us to make our life better, easier, more efficient, right? And I've been using ChatGPT too, like just to bounce ideas, to help me rephrase what I want to write. And what I found is growing up in the 90s and the 2000s, I gone through the era of where the first modem came. It's just like a very painful way to connect to the internet, and it's very slow. And then from that to now, just within 20 years, is amazing progress. And I would relate that to relational intelligence. So what happened is, in the old days, when we have to upload new software, upgrade new software, we need the floppy disk. I don't know if you remember it.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like, I remember I bought an Apple laptop, and I have this like CD that I have to put it in 3 or 4 times to load software. And I have boxes of those application of softwares. Why we do that? Because we don't have enough bandwidth for a laptop, right? For a computer. But now with the cloud computing and everything else, we don't need that, because everything else, the processing, our files are in the cloud. It's unload the burden of our hard drive, right? So, and because of the data, because of the connection, there are so much data that can flow to the internet that enable artificial intelligence to learn from fast, massive data, and it becomes smart. And now we connect with it. So with our brain that, like my brain only know a certain thing, I can connect into this fast network and get some expertise from other people, from other network, right? Like, my kids learn from YouTube, YouTube University to learn a lot of stuff, which it was in my era, it was not possible. But the thing is, we need to realize that we are human, and we still have tendency to close down our network. We still have tendency to have a closed network. It's me, it's my idea, it's my opinion, it's my perspective. and your perspective is different than mine, therefore I don't want to listen to you. And because of our close network, we were like the old computer day. We're not able to tap into the collective intelligence that is available when in the connection of human connection. So the idea of relational intelligence is our ability to tune in and stay relevant to the ever-changing social landscape. It's like having a key access to encoded information within the open network of relationships, ideas, and new emergence. That because we connected, because we live in open network, because we be open with the collective available collective intelligence that have in the web of relationship, we can thrive and evolve in the world that becoming increasingly complex. I hope that's clear.
That sounds really, really wonderful. So that idea of being able to connect. So the topic today, then let's get into that. The reasons, the three key reasons why relational intelligence matters then in the workplace, of that idea of being open to connecting, to this concept, this awareness, this access to information, if you will, about others and about the way people connect, that's more than I have, right? I have, if I understand you right, I'm going to try and put this in layman's terms, because I'm starting to understand it from you for probably the first time in these just beautifully succinct words. But I have my limited experience and my limited awareness, and I've only got a little bit. But with the relational intelligence, what I think you're saying is that I can connect to so much more simply by being connected, by being open to it. I can connect to the relational, those around me and what they have to offer by opening my mind to that. Is that a fair interpretation?
Yes, that's totally correct. Yes, you got it. You got it right.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so three key reasons why this matters in the workplace. So you talk about the heartbeat of effective collaboration. So that starts to make sense to me. So let's unpack that a little bit. The heartbeat of effective collaboration. Why would this openness of relational intelligence matter to collaboration?
So again, this is the thing that I always notice in meetings now. Ideas come, like the magic happen in the middle, in between us. It's never really come from my brain. Sometimes, of course, it seems like, oh, I have an idea. This is my idea, and I express it to you, right? But actually, it's happening in the middle. When you speak, you bring your idea, you bring your perspective, and I listen to you, and suddenly something clicked in me. And when something clicked in me, it kind of fused what you said and the idea inside me, so that new ideas arise, then I was able to express it. So why is it the heartbeat of effective communication? Is if we understand that the collective intelligence, the intelligence is not in our brain or in your brain only, but in the interconnected of exchange data with through words, with thoughts, ideas, or maybe some a gesture, feelings. It's interconnected of those that bring new ideas. You will never able to come up with it without being together and connected in the same room and listening and communicating to one another. So that's the heartbeat of effective collaboration. Without that awareness, then we just like things you said, like, I'm listening to you because I want to prove that I'm right, instead of I'm listening to you to understand. So whatever exchange data between you and I can spark something new.
Because I didn't come up with that idea on my own in a vacuum, in solitude. I came up with that idea because of the things that you said, or that she said, or that he said, or that we had this exchange together. And it was because all of that was mixed together in this sauce. That's what caused me to utter those thoughts, because we had it together. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so then that's going to take us to the second one, which is among the three key reasons why relational intelligence matters in the workplace, is the catalyst of diversity and inclusion. Oh, I bet I'm going to love this too. Okay, unpack this one. Take us through this one.
So I don't know if you heard the story. This is the very common story about four blind men with an elephant. I don't know if you heard that. So the story was like a blind man who never seen elephant would come together, and each of them would, be on the front, the back, the side, and then they start describing what the elephant looked like, right? So because they cannot see the whole thing, they can touch, they can see their part. So the other person said, "Yeah, elephant is like a tiny snake, and the for no, it has like three legs." And the side like, no, it doesn't have that. It's like a big pillars. And in the story, they're fighting or they kind of arguing with, no, you're not right. This is right. You're not right. And they keep arguing. But the things about relational intelligence, being able to know, is like when I say about elephant and I explain it to you, what I say is not the absolute truth. What I said when I explain about elephant is not the elephant itself. It's only show my perspective from my point of view about the elephant. So meaning that in relational intelligence, isn't it amazing if I can listen to your opinion? The one that's the blind man that be on the front and the back, because when I listen to them from their perspective, my image or my ideas about elephant becomes more wholesome. Then when I hear them a different perspective, I'm seeing three-dimensional elephants that is I cannot see. So what it means in diversity and inclusion is the more diverse we have in our meetings, in our workplace, the more diverse of experience, race, and background, it's gonna enrich our understanding about what we're dealing with and a way of finding solution, because that enrich my understanding. So like the catalyst of diversity is mean if you eating different colors of vegetables is very good and healthy for you, it gives you a different vitamins and minerals to your body. You're not gonna, no, I don't want to take carrot because the color is not my color, right? We will bring them all because we know it's good for us. And that's why I meant about the catalyst of diversity and inclusion. We embrace it because it makes us smarter together.
Beautiful. That perspective of if we acknowledge that my own lens, if all I'm bringing to the table is my own experience, but relational intelligence allows me to access the experience that someone else has and tune in to that greater intelligence, I can get a better picture of it, and it's richer and it's wiser and we're better together. Well, of course we would want diversity and inclusion, because I don't want other people that only have a view of the elephant's tail. I don't want to just talk to 25 other people who've only ever seen an elephant's tail. I want to talk to someone who's seen the legs or the trunk or the ear or the something other than I've seen. Of course, because otherwise, how do we see a whole elephant? Oh, beautiful. Okay, so how about the third one? 3 key reasons. And if you are just tuning in, we are here visiting with Christine Samuel. We're talking about 3 key reasons why relational intelligence matters in the workplace. And this is one of our shorter podcast episodes. This is featuring our Changemaker trainers and coaches, our Changemaker partners who are part of our Changemaker launch. And Christine is definitely one of our Changemakers. And now we're on to the third one, which is the secret sauce that sets outstanding leaders apart. Well, Christine, you are definitely one of the outstanding leaders. So talk about the secret sauce.
Yeah, I say the secret sauce because when, as a leader, we need to take training of leadership skill, technical skills, management skills and that stuff. But actually, the secret sauce of a leader is to be able to bring all the intelligence in the same table and have them connected and spark the connection together. And of course, to do that, it's through, emotional intelligence, empathy, being able to listen. And I want to bring, again, the metaphor of humans are information system, right? So as a leader, when this person sparks, if we know how to spark or inspire a human being into bringing their genius into the table and allowing that genius to light others and bring those connections together, like how wonderful it is, because then it's not about you. As a leader, we know like our success is not just us. It's about how our team can collaborate better. So bringing that inner genius of each individual and perspective, and allowing it and bringing the nature and the environment where there's trust can be built, where they can be authentic and not afraid to be themselves, is basically the source where we can develop this culture of trust and excellence in the workplace.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And that reality that part of what makes those secret or part of those secret leaders, no, they're not secret. When we see them, we recognize them right away. But that secret sauce of those leaders is that they do bring so much to the table. It's not that they count on only themselves. They bring others, they elevate others, and they bring others into the fold so very well. Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
this is beautiful.
Yeah, and I guess my closing statement will be, we are inherently relational being. Our ability to work and thrive deeply connected to the quality of our relationships. At home, at work, in business, that's always the truth, right? It's the quality of relationship that we have that makes us to be able to thrive.
Oh, so this relational intelligence, and this is the subject of your study. This is the subject of your research. You are diving deep into this space right now. Is that not correct, Christine?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, because I found it fascinating, and I think we need it in this world. I think the era of working, because we live in the competitive mindset, right? Competitions. So in competition mindset is you want to be ahead of everybody else, at least one ahead, right? So you can win. But it never, there's no win-lose. When win-lose is losing. We all losing. And this is the way where we can get a win-win, because we are interconnected. And what lift us would lift others too.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So this would not be the Even Better podcast if I did not ask my signature question. What's making you even better these days?
I think immersing myself in relational intelligence and embodying it. So, I won't be able to speak about it if I'm not being in it, noticing how ideas work and how things are connected. I think that's where I felt I become more excited when I work together or meet other people, because I know they bring something that I don't have in a good way, and being very curious, like, yeah, I want to meet so that something new came out from our connection.
Oh, beautiful. This is so wonderful. Christine, thank you so much for your time today. What a joy to spend this time with you and to connect. And I'm looking forward to what new comes of this.
Likewise, thank you, Sinikka, for having me.
Absolutely. And for our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And we hope, on behalf of all of us here at Your Clear Next Step, we hope the rest of your day is even better.
Thank you for tuning in today. The Even Better podcast will be back with more content soon. But in the meantime, subscribe to our podcast or check out our website at yourclearnextstep.com for more information. See you next episode.